Hey guys, welcome back to my page. So I want to come to you guys with a very quick topic. Quick and controversial, I'm pretty sure, because I know a lot of you guys are probably reading the title and wondering, like, what in the hell is this? But this is a topic that's been on my mind, and I'm curious to know, why can men be hoes and women can't? Why is there a double standard when it comes to that? I'm just curious. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. So feel free to comment. Feel free to chime in as you may. But I got something I gotta get off my chest. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But is it fair that men get to be hoes and women? What do we get to be? What do we get to be? Now, according to Google, according to the definition, Merriam-Webster definition, a whore is a prostitute, a woman who gets paid, right, to have sex with men. Who gets paid. She make money off of it. But I think we need to make a distinction here, right? It's the difference between being a whore and being a prostitute. Now, a prostitute, I think, yes, prostitutes obviously get paid. But whores can get paid, but not all whores get paid for their services, right? And I think we have to just make a distinction between the two. People who have sex for money and people who just have sex for fun, right? And I want to talk about this. I want to really get into it and really be real with you guys on this topic, because I just think that, first of all, we're talking about sex. Sex is a natural thing, you guys. It's just as natural to me as breathing. But in our society, and of course, there's every reason and rhyme to it, right? It's a lot of reason and rhyme to it. So it's not to say, okay, there's no reason for stigmatizing sex, right? Because we have disease, we have all kind of risks that can happen, if a person is out there just indiscriminately having sex with people, right? So that is not the message of this video. I have to go ahead and just make that disclaimer, because I know there's going to be some people getting on here like, oh, women, this and that. And it's just like, come on. You get what I'm saying? Give us a break. First of all, you have men, right, that they are just being men. No one puts a label on them. No one says, oh, they're acting like a whore. They are just being men. It's become so common in our society. It's become so widely accepted, right? When men just be men. I mean, even women say it. Oh, he's just being a man. And the behavior I'm talking about is sleeping around, messing around with multiple people, right? Whether it's back to back or at the same time. That kind of behavior gets excused amongst men, for men. Men, they get let off the hook when it comes to that. But for a woman, what happens with our sexuality? You get what I'm saying? For a woman can't do that. Society says no. If a woman does that, it's a disgrace. She is a hoe. She is a skank. But I'm thinking, you guys, and I want to have a real discussion on this. I'm thinking, how is it that she is a skank if a man is doing it? Who is he having sex with? He's not being a hoe by himself. So if a man can do it, a man is sleeping around and having sex as he feel, right? If he feel attracted to a woman, he can go out there and pick her up and take her home and have sex, and nobody thinks twice about that. But I'm thinking, okay, who is he having sex with? He has to have sex with a woman, right? I mean, it takes two to tango. That's all I'm trying to say. So if it takes two to tango, come on. He's not doing it by himself. He's doing it with a woman. But why is it that when a woman does it, she gets called out her name? She gets disrespected. You get what I'm saying? Why is it that when a woman exercises her sexual freedom to do what she want to do, people have a problem with it. Now I understand, yes, of course, women, we are the givers of life. We bring life. We have kids, right? I understand that. So on one hand, one can make the claim, right? You can make the argument that, oh, well, woman, it should respect her body. She should respect her body. But on that same token, why do people even look at sex as a disrespectful act? That's my thing. You guys feel free to chime in because I want to hear what you got to say. Just get to the point, you guys. Let's just go ahead and have this discussion. And this is a mature discussion. This is for audiences 18 and up. So if you're behind in 18, don't be getting on here talking about some sex because I can't have that conversation with you. But we grown in here. You get what I'm saying? It's not the problem, but the action behind it. In some cultures, she gets stoned to death. That is oh my gosh. You get what I'm saying? Just sexual prison. A woman cannot express herself. You get what I'm saying? Sexually, be able to just be a human being. To me, that's how I look at it. Having sex is just as natural as brushing your teeth. I just got done brushing my teeth. You get what I'm saying? It's just natural. You don't think about it. You just do it because you're a human being. When animals, they have sex, they just do it because they're just human. Animals. You get what I'm trying to say? They're animals. That's just what they are. That's just part of their nature. I think it's just as natural as in animals as it is in human beings. It's natural. Having sex is natural. Now, I'm not saying go out there and just have sex with anybody. No, because there are diseases. You get what I'm saying? People are married. If you're in a committed relationship, of course, you don't just have sex with anybody, especially if they're married. But my thing is this. What is the harm in a woman having sex? You get what I'm saying? What's the harm in that? With a guy, even if whether she's married or not, it's just sex. What is the harm in that? Please tell me, you guys, what is the harm in that? Women are made to feel ashamed. You get what I'm saying? Just because they have sex with a guy. And I'm not talking about just random people. I'm talking about people that if you form a relationship with a person, you trust them. You know what I'm saying? They're clean. You're clean. What is the harm in that? You say in some cultures, women get stoned. I can imagine get stoned to death for doing that because they're like, no, a woman should respect her body. She should honor, her body, honor herself. And so sex is looked at as this just disgusting thing. And I think that's the problem right there. It's looked at as a disgusting thing. So people don't even enjoy sex no more. Even in marriages, people don't even enjoy sex because it's looked at as disgusting. People have trouble with intimacy. They don't even know how to connect physically, intimately with someone. I think it's because society unfairly hold women to a higher standard. Yes, why? Why? When we are just the counterpart of men. We're the equal to men. We're equal to men. Men not up here, women not up here. We all on the same plane. You get what I'm saying? So why is it that a woman has to be held to this high, ridiculous standard? I just don't understand. So if if it's okay for a man to have sex with whoever he pleases to have sex with, right? Just as he please. Who is he having sex with? So he's having sex with hoes? Because society doesn't call them women. You get what I'm saying? If you're not married to a person, then you consider it a hoe, right? I was invited to your show by my friend. I like when you are talking. I'm doing the show about this in 10 minutes. If you'd like to come on to my show, I can bring you on as a guest. We can talk about this. Keep doing good things. But you are so much more realistic. Yes, I'm just keeping it real. You get what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. This don't make no sense. Like, why is it a big taboo thing? Because I'm a woman that I love sex. I like sex a lot. You get what I'm saying? Not to the point where, okay, sexaholic type of stuff, like it's just out of control. Because you got just different degrees of people who, are attracted to the, sex. I mean, it's just sex, right? It's just a behavior. It's just an act. Like, I feel, and the fact that women are just held to this ridiculously high standard and women are shunned, women are called names. It's like, why a woman gotta be a hoe? Why should a woman have to walk around with her head down because she just had sex with a guy that she felt physically attracted to, probably emotionally, psychologically? Like maybe she's falling in love, whatever the case may be, whatever attraction she has to a guy, it goes both ways. It should be equal. A man, after he has sex with a woman, he walk out and he's feeling proud of himself. So proud he go tell 10 of his friends. You get what I'm saying? A woman should be able to do the same thing and should be like, oh, you a hoe. And motherfuckers like tooting their nose up at you, looking down at you. I don't understand. I don't get it. And I'm just like, why? Why are women treated this way? To me, it's so sad. Like, why do women have to go through this humiliation, this shame of just being a woman, just being a human being? Men, y'all get to have sex. Men be giving each other high fives. Like, oh, I hit it. Oh, high five. So a woman can't get a high five when she hit it? Like, I don't understand. Like, when she get her song, can a woman get a high five? No, people look at it like, oh, she stank. That's nasty. It's like, come on. I don't think God would have made our bodies this way where we feel pleasure. You get what I'm saying? If that was the case, a woman would not feel sensation down there. She would not feel pleasure down there if it was meant that, oh, she's just only supposed to use that organ of her body to reproduce and to have kids. It's a reason why women and men feel pleasure down there. You get what I'm saying? When that area is touched, is stimulated. It's a reason why. And it's not just to reproduce. The church would tell people that. Trust me, I grew up Baptist. Come on. Y'all know the whole shebang, Grew up Baptist, been raised in the church all my life, And that's what they teach you. They teach you that. Like, a woman's only supposed to use her body for childbearing. As long as the contact is responsible on both partners' parts, enjoying sex and protection to prevent unplanned pregnancies. Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, as long as you're responsible with it, but it's just, come on, y'all. I feel like it's just sex. You get what I'm saying? I have a totally different view when it comes to sex. I think it stems from the church. Yes, the religion has a major role in this, Keisha, because religion has a major role in a lot of things, making people feel so guilty and so, like, it's just an abomination to have sex. And I'm like, give me a break, y'all. There's no way that God made our bodies this way. Do you not know that, like, when you have an orgasm, that's actually therapeutic. It's good for your brain. Do you know what you feel in your body and in your mind and in your head, your brain, when you have an orgasm? That's therapeutic. Do you know what's released in your brain? The chemicals that are released. You got endorphins that's released, dopamine. And you mean to tell me is something wrong with that? How can something be wrong with that? It's nothing wrong with that. If you have I feel like it's something wrong with society. So when you take, a natural human behavior such as sex, and you place it in the context of a society that's fucked up, where you got rapists, you got people got disease and ain't telling motherfuckers about it, you got all kind of shit going around, then yes, it becomes a problem. So I can definitely understand it in that context. But if we can create a society that is safe, we're responsible, we're respectful towards each other, then I feel like sex can be a really fun thing. It can be a fun activity. It's not something that women should feel ashamed about. Come on. if think about it, guys, now you can look at this topic from different perspectives. If a woman is not ashamed to have sex, it wouldn't be as difficult for guys to get the booty, as they call it. You get what I'm saying? To have sex with the woman. But because women are ashamed in our society, called whores, called you just all these degrading terms. You get what I'm saying? Something that you wouldn't want to call your fucking worst enemy. And it's like, just because of that, that's the reason why women play, they say, hard to get. You know what I'm saying? They don't give up the cookie so easy, because no woman wants to be called a derogatory name. She has a name she was given when she was born. No woman wants to be called anything outside of that unless it's queen. Get what I'm saying? Or something very respectful. So I don't understand. You got men that they get to go around and sleep around and throw their goddamn dick around to wherever they want to throw it at, and they walk out the room and all proud and shit, calling their homeboys. But then a woman get up from that bed. What does she feel like when she get up from that bed? I bet you she don't feel good. It's like shame. Walk around with your head down. Just imagine, like, if a woman is carrying that shame in her mind and herself when she does that kind of thing, how does that affect her mental health? How does that affect her self-esteem? It's like, on one hand, part of her body, desires this interaction, with another human being, because it's only natural, human. And then on the other hand, she gets shamed just for being a human being. Now, little kids, that's why I said this video is not for little kids, because no, I'm not giving any permission for teenagers to be going out there having sex. No. There are restrictions, I feel like, because you have to be responsible. I'm talking about, this is for responsible adults, mature adults. You get what I'm saying? I'm 34. So this is not for no little kids that, are not responsible for their behavior and end up making poor choices. No. You should probably be having sex anyway. You shouldn't be thinking about sex. But yes, we all know, like, when we're teenagers, that's when you first start to have those feelings. You start to develop in puberty. You start to feel these things in your body. You get what I'm saying? That's nothing wrong with that. That's why they have sex education. You have to educate kids on that too, because a lot of it, I don't know. I have very different views, when it comes to sexual relations. And I don't know. Sometimes I be wondering, like, damn, can they handle what I'm about to say? You get what I'm saying? Can they really handle it? And I feel like, because we have disease, right? STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. The word itself, sex, it gets stigmatized. So when people think of sex, they think of ew. You get what I'm saying? Even when you take a couple that's in love with each other, potentially, they looking at potential marriage down the road. You get what I'm saying? They fall in love with each other. It's like, ew. You get what I'm saying? It's like this nasty thing. Women don't want to give head because it's nasty. Women afraid of the cum, getting on their lip or swallowing, tasting cum, because it's looked at in society as this nasty thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ew. What if AIDS is in that sperm? What if a disease is, floating around in that sperm? It's like I don't agree with that. I wish that we lived in a society where it was looked at as a beautiful thing. I don't understand. To me, it's confusing. To me, it's like, you have strip clubs. We have strip clubs. Men go to strip clubs and they throw dollars at these girls, right? I don't understand. So is that y'all way of valuing women? A woman's body? I'm confused. But then when a woman, is, let's say she's in corporate, okay, then she's not supposed to have a sexual lifestyle. I think it's because the woman is always the one being pursued. So the expectation is, if you have so many options, you should be selective. If you're not selective, then you're letting anybody get it, because No one wants something everyone can have. Again, not my own view, just engaging in the conversation. Well, that's a good perspective. That's a good point. No one wants something that anybody can have, but I mean, I feel like everybody is all accessible anyway. Whether it's you giving your physical, sexual organs to somebody, or you are giving your time to people. Like, people make themselves accessible all the time. So we're going to talk about accessibility in terms of a person's value, defining one's value based on how accessible they are. Then everybody can be a hoe in that case. Everybody is a hoe. Do you think because of this women don't know who they are sexually? I think so. Like, sometimes women get confused. Like, it gets confused. The type of, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all know. This is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I could have it my way, create a world my way, man, let me tell you, it'll be all kind of stuff going down. We'll be having some fun. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's what it's about. As long as everybody clean, we responsible, ain't nothing wrong with an orgy. It's nothing wrong with having sex with 10 people at the same time. Like, I think that's beautiful. Sex is beautiful. Sex is beautiful, And to me, no, it's not just about the sex. It's more mental than anything. If you are in, let's say, a polygamous relationship and everybody is in love, we all cool and stuff like that, and you say you want to have sex and have a big orgy, big deal. You get what I'm saying? In that case, a woman would be sleeping with multiple men, to me, I don't know. Why is it this thing where men get to do, I'm stuck on that. Men can do it, but women can't. You get what I'm saying? If it was this bad, terrible thing, how is it that men can do it? If sex was a bad thing, and we're talking about sex outside of marriage, because if it's in the context of marriage, then people look at it like it's a good thing because it's happening in the context of a marriage. But what's the difference? Inside, outside, it don't goddamn, outside of religion, because I know you guys who are Christians, y'all like, what? Yes, you have your religion, you got to stick to your religion. But I'm just talking about people. You get what I'm saying? People who, it ain't necessarily about religion. You get what I'm saying? It's about humanity. And just keeping it real, being realistic. And I'm like, come on, how is it that it's so bad? Why is sex so bad? Watch What Attributes of a Black Woman on YouTube. She tells you why women can't. I guess. Whatever. But I feel like I want somebody on this post to tell me. It's kind of been touched upon briefly earlier about how, in some cultures, like, it is, like, it's not accepted, I want to create a culture where it is accepted. And I feel like we already have such culture, but I'm talking about like a mainstream culture. Like, there are certain subcultures that embrace it. I'm actually a part of that culture. In BDSM, the lifestyle is like, it's more free. You have more freedom to express yourself, and people don't look at you like, oh, something wrong with you, or what's wrong with you. And to be honest, many married folk had sex before. Yeah, it's like, how many dang on virgins that you see around here? People actually waiting till marriage to have sex. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You get what I'm saying? I think the idea is good in terms of religion. Of course, we know Christianity talks about that. But I'm like, come on. I'm talking about double standards, Kesley. Double standards. Why men can be hoes, but women can't. Because according to the definition of a whore, it's just a woman who sleeps around. Man, a man can get away with sleeping around but not being called whores, essentially. Right? Men get to do it. Men get to sleep around, be promiscuous, but nobody looking down at a man. Men get props. It's like, oh, player. I mean, just look at our media. Look at what's in the media. You see television shows, you see movies. It's promoted like way in the media. When a man gets some booty, it's like he's smiling, his homeboys giving him the high five, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when a woman That to me don't make no sense when it takes two to tango. So you mean to tell me we have a man and a woman, right? They go in a room, they have fun, they like each other, whatever. They go in there and do their thing. When a man walks out that room, he's giving high fives. The same room a woman walk out of, they looking at her like she's a hoe. If we do it, we are called dogs. And, yeah, they call men dogs, but I feel like even that, men, y'all done turn that shit into a good thing. It's like dog. The word dog ain't even a bad thing no more. Men go around barking at each other. Woo, 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 woo. They take pride in that shit. So I feel like it's not, what y'all do when y'all do it, it's not shunned upon like it is for women when a woman does it. And I get it. Like I said, I understand it from a moral point of view when it comes to childbearing, right? Because people look like, oh, well, she shouldn't have all those dicks in her and then have babies coming out, So, of course, I understand that, right? But I feel like that's just what society has taught us. That's just what society has taught us. Who's to say that's even right? You get what I'm saying? Who's to say that kind of thinking is even healthy? To think like that. To look at sex as a bad thing. So you only can have sex in the context of marriage. And outside of that, it's a bad thing. Then in the context of marriage, it's a bad thing because those beliefs are going to live in a person's head. So up until they get married, they've been told sex is a bad thing. Sex is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. You get married, that shit ain't going to change. You still going to have that thinking in your head, sex is a bad thing. You got married couples can't even enjoy sex because of that. I feel like that socialization that we have in our society. Females do the same thing guys do, just differently. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like if anything, when it comes to a woman, being promiscuous, women do it actually more carefully. A lot of times women do it a lot more carefully, classy, and respectfully. And you'll have a man just stick his dick up in anything and come out with herpes and fucking itching and shit. And then want to come back and give it to the woman he's so-called committed to. Maybe that's my bias because I am a woman. But, you see that shit happening, though. Like, men just, ratchet with it. They just trying to stick their dick in just anything that's wet. And if they can get a nut, it don't even matter. You get what I'm saying? But a woman, I think like women, because of that socialization that we have in our society, women are a little bit hesitant. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to open up their legs. Not to say we don't want sex. Of course, our bodies are made. We're sexual beings. Our bodies are made for this. We made for this. You get what I'm saying? Regardless. That's why when you touch a person down there, what happens? Their body is going to respond. You get what I'm saying? Because you made for it. So why act like you're not? Why try to resist it? You get what I'm saying? You only resist it because what's up here? Because society told you that, the brainwashing. And that's fine because at the end of the day, guess what? We all adults and we all can choose. We all have our choices. You can choose if you want to conform to what society tells you can do, you're supposed to do or whatever. Or you can choose to say, okay, I'm going to make my own decision despite what society tells me I need to do, how I need to be. Men don't advertise. Women advertise around the wrong people they call friends. What do you mean by advertise? But I'm like, come on. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it'll be poly life is where it's at. You get what I'm saying? Poly life. But it's not, I think people a lot of times think about like polygamy and they think like, a lot of people just randomly having sex with random people. That's not what it is. It's people perform meaningful connections. They fall in love. They meet people, but it's just they have sex with multiple people. And then a lot of times it becomes an orgy where it's not just two people having sex, but it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's 10. You get what I'm saying? And you just love sex so much that you have sex with a lot of people and then whatever. The session lasts, it don't last 10 minutes like it would if you just having sex with one person. The session is going to last probably an hour or 2 hours. And you're going to have lots and lots and lots of fun. Okay. To answer your original question, it's not okay for the man or the woman when neither party is submitted to God or have low or no moral standards. They do what they feel is right. If you call that low standards, whatever. Is that the swinging stuff? Now, swinging is different. Swinging is between couples who are committed. So you'll have more than two or more couples, and they decide to kind of trade partners, and you got people into that, and they happy. I'm talking about these are people that's happy. You're not wrong. I wouldn't necessarily define that as having a low moral standard, but because I get it. I get your perspective because that's just coming from how you were taught, how you were socialized. You know, it's all social learning. So I get it. I understand it. But I feel like I'm an adult, and everybody, you got the right to choose on how you want to live your life. What do you want to conform to? I'm drunk. I can't say you drunk. No, I'm not drunk. I'm sober, and I'm speaking this, because I feel like who else is gonna say it? Who else gonna open up their mouth and speak the truth? And I feel like, yeah, a lot of women live in secrecy and, shame and hiding, just come on. I feel like that's not a way to live. You should be able to live free, you know? Not as long as you ain't commit no crime. You ain't doing nothing illegal. I'm not saying let's go out there and be ruthless. No, like, no. But it's sad, I feel like, just having sex and expressing ourselves sexually, that's been associated with, a low moral standard, Almost as if it's damn near illegal, Might as well be illegal. I'm open about it because guess what? When you get to a certain age, which I am, you don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? I had made what they call it? I made a meme about that shit. It's like, I forget my exact words, but I was like, when a woman get in her 30s, she develop a fuck it attitude. Fuck it. I just feel like, yeah, when you're growing up, you just try to, I don't know. People become robots. We train to become robots. So we train to not think. We train to just follow, the status quo, conform to society's standards. And, hey, y'all can do that. But, I feel like, no, you get to a certain age, you're just like, what's the point in hiding? What's the point in, you can express yourself. And it's not just on sex. Like, I'm very open and very articulate about a lot of different topics that I share on my page. It's not really, I say a fuck it attitude, but it's not really, but it's just be confident and comfortable in who you are. How you like is about sex, it's about engagement, men and women being involved, the law side of American you can have as many wives as long as I've heard men talk about this too, like in different circles or whatever, make jokes about it, and just trying to get women to buy into the idea. Because a lot of women like, hell no, he is mine and only mine. But it's like, why force a man to commit to something that he know damn well himself his ass ain't about that life. You get what I'm saying? A lot of men just need to keep it real, knowing good and well they ain't about that monogamy life, being in a monogamous relationship. They know they ain't about that life. But they pretend. They do a good job at playing pretend. Let me put my words down now. Because I'm kind of turned up on this. But they play a really good job at playing pretend, faking it. And so they fall in love, get married. They know that she wants him to herself, and that's it, right? Nobody else supposed to be involved in a relationship. That's a lot of women want that, right? In a way, you can look at it as kind of selfishness, but
realistically, it's like, can a man really live up to that? A lot of men, no good will they can't. No, good will they would prefer. They can have it their way. They would prefer to have more than one woman. Some men tell you how many women would be good for them. 3 women, 4 women, 5 women, whoever, how many women. They live all, they all live together and they serve him. You get what I'm saying?
Bad. I'm tripping. Even Christians tend to act like talking about, yeah, even talking about sex. They can't even talk about sex. Sorry, y'all. I have the tendency to do that. I cover up my freaking mic. I'm so sorry. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, but yeah, to address your comment, Keisha. Yeah, it's like even Christians, don't even want to talk about sex. It's like, damn, I bet I did that for a minute. But that combination of the view on accessibility with higher standard that's expected presents the situation we are speaking about now. But just being able to talk about sex, it's like they live in a mental cage. I can't live in no freaking mental cage. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like mainstream society is not really supportive of that kind of behavior and activity. But like I was saying, there are subcultures that they will welcome you with open arms. And it's in a respectful thing. It's not like, oh, a whole bunch of dirty people just, no. It's not. These are a lot of times it's professional people. You'll be surprised who'll be part of some of these circles. But, professional people, probably judges. I ain't even about to go there. You get what I'm saying? Professional people, doctors. And this is just, you have the freedom to just be who you are. And I hope I'm not covering the mic, y'all. I'm charging my phone, so I'm having to hold it. But what was I about to say? I want to wrap this video up real quick. Because I just think that it's just unfair. These double standards is like, get out of here, y'all. And then, for some women, they might need that standard. You get what I'm saying? Because if it was, let's say we woke up tomorrow and the laws changed and everything in society changed where it was just normal and acceptable to do that or whatever, for a woman to sleep around and just be a human being. I wonder how many people would just be themselves. You get what I'm saying? You would be able to be free. That's just like homosexuality, which is kind of related. It's a totally different topic, but it is related though. If we live in a society where being gay was just accepted, it's okay, how many people would come out of the closet? Because it's a lot of people living in the closet. You get what I'm saying? Hurting too. A lot of people would be hurt. I mean, a lot of people are in pain right now. I was reading your comment, Keisha. But a lot of people are in pain right now, are living the down low life. You get what I'm saying? Men. Now, women, I feel like women get, like, it's a double standard with that, too. Women, we get a little leeway when it comes to being able to have sex with the same sex. Be a lesbian or be a bisexual woman. But men don't get no slack in our society. People come down, they're hard on men. So I guess that there you have it right there. Y'all get slack when it comes to being able to be a hoe. We get slack when it comes to being able to have same sex. And that's just, I feel like it's fucked up. That's fucked up both ways. You get what I'm saying? It's just messed up. Women get to go around and sleep with women. But if a man want to have sexual relations with a man, society, oh, he gay, you a faggot. Make him he's less of a man. We live in a system that uses color law. Cheating only exists in marriage for financial gains. No person should use sex for mental control, man or woman. People just don't know how we give off energy that gives off the attraction being needed. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's appreciated when women on women. Men love that. But our society don't like to see two men together. That's like I said, that's a whole nother topic, but it's just double standards, y'all. These double standards, I'm like, they got to go, man. These double standards got to go. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's sad to see that, you know? And I feel like, like I said, people live in mental bondage because of it. Need to stop it, you know? And just be able to have fun, live life. And then it's not to say, okay, just because a person is able to have sex freely, then that's going to reduce the marriage rate. I don't think so. I think people still going to, I might make people want to marry even more. You get what I'm saying? Who knows? What's the harm in that? Now, I don't know. You can look at it from this perspective. I know some of y'all watching this and y'all like, if a woman can have sex with as many partners as, let's say she has sex with 50 different men, and you take 50 men, black men, with some big ass dicks, because the shit is all relative. Y'all know this shit all relative. You gotta paint a picture and put this shit in context. That I don't know. A medical professional might say that might not be good for her body. You know what I'm saying? Physically. Is that good for her, a woman's vagina? But I'm like, what's the difference? What's the difference if she got one man, right? She sleep with this one man. He got a big dick. And he pounded it in every day. You get what I'm saying? What's the difference between that and if she decides she want a different dick a day? 365 days of the year. And she chooses she want to get a different dick 365 days of the year. 365 dicks. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. But a man, guess what? He get the freedom. He can get a different pussy every single day if a man wanted to. And ain't nobody gonna look down upon him. Ain't nobody gonna look down upon that. If anything, his ass gonna get all kind of high fives. That's what's up, dog. Damn, you know, men gonna be looking up to him like, damn, how you get it to put it like that? You know, how you get it like that? And you got men that's actually doing that. This ain't nothing new. You got men that's actually living that lifestyle where they actually got a new woman every single day. Sleeping with a new woman every single day. And I can only imagine that has to be fun as hell. You get what I'm saying? That gotta be some fun shit. You talking about fun. People talking about, oh, I'm bored. You won't have time to be bored. You get to do that. You know what I'm saying? If we live in a society that allow you to do that, you won't be bored. You won't be bored not one bit. But, you know, because I feel like sex, that's an interest. You know? You have all kind of people like to play video games. You got people that like to do all kind of stuff. Dance, sing, cook, you know? Work out, exercise, play sports. So what's the harm in a motherfucker who like to have sex? Sex is a sport. That's how I see it. It could be a sport. Ain't no harm in that. You know? That's an interest. Maybe, who knows? We look at like DSM diagnoses, right? Y'all know I'm studying to become a clinical psychologist, PhD student. And we have so many different diagnoses in the DSM. Depression is like at the top of the list. There's more people that's diagnosed with depression and anxiety in our country than any other freaking disorder. You know? Who's to say? When you talk about differential diagnoses. Who's to say that depression is not stemming from not being able to have sex? You know what I'm saying? So I was talking about this today with my supervisor at my internship, and he was talking about depression and how it is basically, it stems from a loss. But you can also look at it not just as a loss of something when people become depressed, but it can be a lack of something. A lack of something that your body might need, that your mind might need psychologically, that you just might need. You get what I'm saying? And people get depressed. Who's to say a woman denying herself the right to be able to have sexual freedom is not causing depression? What if in our society women were not shunned for having sex, and then they was able to go, I'm talking about responsibly, of course, you get what I'm saying, not just out there. You ain't just out there now. but responsibly. It's people out there that's men who are responsible, women who are responsible and very respectful, and you be able to have those encounters. Who's to say the depression rate wouldn't go down? That's just my hypothesis. Maybe it would. You get what I'm saying? That probably would cure a lot of shit. Instead of getting drunk. I mean, if you ask me, I think that's a better way to turn up than getting drunk. People in our country, we celebrate different holidays, and how people celebrate. They go get a bottle of alcohol, or they go get a bag of weed or some type of drug, and that's a turn up. And people don't see nothing wrong with that. So what about turning up and just having an orgy? You call up 5 friends, like, hey, what y'all doing, and you link up and you just have fun, like watching a movie, going to the movies together, whatever you do with your friends to have fun. Why does sex have to be excluded from that equation? I don't know. That's just my opinion, y'all. But yes, good point. You said part of my dissertation. My dissertation ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. It don't. My dissertation ain't got nothing to do with it. But that would be a good dissertation, though. My dissertation, most of my research is focused on race and Black identity. But who knows? I could probably do a research study on that. That is funny. It's part of my dissertation. My dissertation ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This is just my own personal views and just observations, that I've made over the years. And I don't know, y'all. I know I probably upset some people. They're like, what in the world is she talking about? But that's fine, because we all know we all have different opinions and perspectives. I have mine, y'all have y'all. I'm thankful that it's people that can understand this, and I'm not on here just talking to myself, number one, and that you have people that actually can understand where I'm coming from and be able to relate to a certain degree. So that's good. It's a good feeling. I know that I'm not alone, because like I said, I'm already a part of a community that embraces it with open arms, and it's okay. I thought you were studying to work with folk with sexual dis. You saw my video. I did make a video about erectile dysfunction. Don't let it ruin your marriage. But I guess I don't know. I study a lot of different things, so I know a lot about various topics, and I'm passionate about a lot of different things too. And sex, I guess, is one of them. But no, that's not really my focus. That's really not my focus. It is a good interest, a good research topic, definitely. And it's a good clinical focus, because there's a lot of people out there who do suffer from sexual dysfunctions, being able to get up, having erectile dysfunction. For women, having arousal dysfunction, not being able to get aroused. Yes, I'm subscribed to your page. Yes, you should subscribe to my channel too on YouTube when you get a chance. But it's sad. I feel like we should. No, that's just so depressing. No wonder so many people depressed. It's just depressing. You can't get up sexually. And I talked about in that video, erectile dysfunction. I talked about it could stem from a number of things. Stress. It can stem from, alcohol use, drug use, old age. You know how age can definitely work against you in men and women when it comes to sexual arousal. But, what if it just stems from the negative messages in our society, where society is just putting these messages in our heads saying that this is nasty and this is wrong. You can't even, you meet somebody who attractive and you can't even get up because of that, It's a number. It's just my hypothesis. We all have different perspectives and views, but it's different ways you can look at it, Need to be more research, that's all. Need to be more research done on stuff like this. I just know that I'm just going to end this video on a positive note and let y'all know that sex is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful experience. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a sexual attraction. People like to say, oh, you're a freak. That's also a negative term to shame people by calling them freaks. You get what I'm saying? When it's just being human. You know, you have people that are living themselves, being able to live freely, you know, and express themselves sexually. And they so happy. You don't understand. They're happy. And sometimes you see my ass smiling, it's because I'm happy. Because I know I can express myself and I don't feel any shame. You get what I'm saying? I don't care what society has to say or whatever. I feel like a lot of times people walking around sad face and mad face because they disappointing society who don't even give a fuck about them. Trying to live up to society standards, you know, when society don't care about you. So you live for yourself. God is not going to hate you. For people who believe in Jesus, you know, and practice Christianity, God is not going to hate you because you are being a human being. You know, if you love yourself and you care about yourself, of course you're going to take precautions. So you ain't going to just lay down with anybody. That's not what this video is about, to give people permission, just go and have sex with anybody. No. But if you know you have a friend, you know, and y'all mutually interested in each other, you're not married, but, you know, you like sex, this person likes sex, then who you killing? That ain't killing nobody by doing that. You're not killing nobody by having sex. I just could imagine how it was back in the day. People was having sex like it was nothing. It wasn't this thing that, you shot me, had sex. Oh, you a hoe, you had sex. It's just, I don't feel like it probably wasn't even a topic of discussion because it was so just natural. That's almost like as natural as giving somebody a hug. Nobody gonna you gave that person a hug. Oh, how many people you hugged today? Like, motherfuckers are counting numbers and stuff. How many people you done body bag? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bad thing. You gotta live for yourself, you know? People want to tell me, they bust their body count and they feel bad. They look at their body count. You should feel proud, you know? Especially if you know when you was having sex and if it was feeling good. Now, if you ain't get pleased, you know, and you ain't really, I don't know, you weren't being satisfied, the person came in a minute, then I can understand why you can look at that and feel disappointed. But, you get what I'm saying? If you got a high body count, then congratulations. You know what that means? That means that you're beautiful enough to be able to attract other people, you know, who can appreciate your beauty. It ain't always got to be about commitment or a long-term relationship. That's nice. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes it's just about the moment. The experience that you share with a person in a certain moment. And it meant something to you when you had sex with that person. So don't look down upon it and say, I'm ashamed because I wasn't married to that person. I'm ashamed because we're no longer together. How many people you hugged today? I hugged one person today, actually. That was my coworker. I gave her a hug before we left work or whatever. She likes giving hugs, but it's like I say, sex it should be something just as natural as giving a person a hug, right? I don't count some of them. Some of them are charity cases. Exactly. Some are charity cases, so you know that you probably helped somebody. You know, like people don't realize the value, and that's why it's prostitution. People pay for sex because it's really a service. It's really a gift. You get what I'm saying? It's a blessing. You know, they just look at men when they nut. Look how they feel. You get what I'm saying? Like, you wonder why men try so hard to get women to have sex, because that's like gold to them. You get what I'm saying? The feeling in their body they get is magical. It's better than any drug they can ever take and put in their body. You know, for the men who drink alcohol or smoke weed or whatever drug you do, pop pills or whatever you do. You know, to so-called make yourself feel good. Sex is better than all of that. And it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you sleep with somebody who ain't got nothing, and I feel like a lot of times the media will try to paint an image as if like everybody in the country got a disease or everybody in the country got an STD, when that's not even the case. I feel like it's more people that don't have STDs than there are people who have them. So it's good that we are aware of this disease and these, you know, STDs that exist out here, so we can take precautionary measures, protect ourselves. That's always important. Safety is always first. So it's good that they send those messages out there, but it's like we have to put things into perspective, I feel. And I had some sorry partners, Lord have mercy. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's just sex, You have an intimate exchange with somebody. That's fine. I feel like if anything, look at your body count list and be grateful for it. Be grateful that you can have sex. Be grateful that your organs work down there. You get what I'm saying? That's all that means. It don't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you like sex. You can appreciate sex. Not everybody can appreciate sex, unfortunately. And like she was saying in the beginning, how in some cultures women get stoned. That's so sad. I couldn't live in that kind of country, We should be able to enjoy it, and it shouldn't be like, oh, it's a bad thing. But that's just part of socialization. Our society tell us, it's bad. It's bad, 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 bad. You're not supposed to do it. And I feel like that's part of the reason why we got a high divorce rate. Who knows? We need to do some real research and for real figure this thing out right here. I done had some 2 days. Oh Lord, I might be and men have too. But it's like, see how uncomfortable it is for you to type that? Because society has conditioned you to think that way. You get what I'm saying? To feel that way or whatever. But when a man, he don't feel ashamed. Men ain't ashamed of their body count. You got men that'll proudly say, oh, I don't know how I lost count. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how many. Because they are proud of it. And they say it with a smile on their face. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to a woman, my thing is like, who the hell a man having sex with? So, of course, it takes two. So why she got to be a hoe, but a man is just, oh, he's a king. I'm like, I was walking home from the train station today, and I was thinking about this topic of this video. And I was like, oh, man, imagine if we lived in a society where women can be revered as queens. You get what I'm saying? Based on how they able to attract a man and have sex with him and please him to his satisfaction and even to her satisfaction. You get what I'm saying? And be able to walk around with dignity and respect and honor. Imagine if we live in a society like that, where when you have sex with people, the number of people you have sex with can determine your status in society in a reverse manner. You get what I'm saying? So if you have, the more people you have sex with, the higher your status is. Wouldn't that be a nice, I feel like that would be a nice, I was like, that's a nice society. That would be cool, right? But instead, it's like, it's a reverse. It's the reverse. So, people look at it like, oh, you got low standards because you have a high number. It don't mean you have, how is that? To me, that's just how society, that's just how we've been trained. We've been taught to think that way. You have a high body count equals low standards. You have to have low standards because you have sex with so many people. That ain't true. What if every person you have sex with, what if they fine? You get what I'm saying? Fine men. You still have low standards? No. It's all about who you choose to have, not how many. You get what I'm saying? And if you enjoyed the experience when you had it, then God bless your heart. God bless you. If you both of y'all enjoyed it and you can go and part ways, you get what I'm saying? God bless your heart. That's just like going out to dinner with somebody. You go have a glass of wine. It's not looked down like, oh, how many people you had a glass of wine with? So you had a glass of wine with 100 people. So you are this just bad, terrible person in society. You get what I'm saying? As long as you know that person knows you, you respect that person, they respect you, and they are clean. Have fun. Yes, fine, I'm a sucker. I be acting like I ain't about to give it up. But I know, give it up. It's like, that's another thing. I'm glad you used that terminology, give it up. Because, yes, while I love and value sex, like there has been this discussion around a woman's vagina. Which, in culture, right? In modern culture, they refer to it as pussy. So I'm gonna just use a word that people are familiar with, pussy, right? And it's like people look at this thing as though, first of all, it's an object. It's like supposed to be this valuable object that you keep protected and you keep safe and this and the other. And so if you have sex with a man, it's like you're giving him a gift. You're giving him something. And I'm like, why does it have to be like that? Why can't it be you're getting something? Why can't a woman get something from sex? Why does it have to be she's giving something up? Like she's losing something. I feel like that contributes to depression. You think about it, because if you in your mind thinking you're losing every time you have sex and the man is between your legs, it's like you're losing something by doing that. That's not a good thing. And maybe that thinking should be reversed. Maybe you're not losing something. Maybe you're gaining. You are gaining because you're gaining a great experience in your body. What is your body feeling? Women, if you with an attractive guy and he's doing it right, you feel good. You gain something by doing that. You just gain something. Especially if this person has good energy. That's what I said. This video is not about going out there just being ratchet, and just whatever, having sex. No, that's not what I'm trying to endorse here. But if it's a person that has good energy, so you have sex, you already know your soul's going to connect and you're going to exchange that energy that he has. You're going to feel it and vice versa. What's the harm in that? You get what I'm saying? I know, right? Like, why waste your time with somebody who, like people say, you want to bust his head when he garbage. Why waste your time with somebody who's a minute man, or a dick ain't even hard enough, ain't even rigid enough. Y'all have to go watch my video where I talked about erectile dysfunction. It is a biological problem, but it can be psychological. I think a lot of it is just psychological. Some of it is biological, but where a person has a certain medical condition that's getting in the way. That's your coochie back. Like, give me my shit back. You waste your dang on time. But I think, good sex is not always about what you can get. I guess it's about giving too, I feel like. So, if you can please a person, sometimes it goes both ways. So if a woman is good at what she does and can please him, then he can reverse the favor. But sometimes it don't go that way. Sometimes it's just a man is just crap, right? Communication, he fat. Yeah, sometimes, man, just, I think a lot of it just depends on the man, really, the good sex, I think, it's a lot of pressure put on men to deliver good sex, unfortunately, when I think it should be both ways. It can be a really interesting experience when you are with someone sexually, intimately, and something goes wrong. You're like, wait a minute, this is not supposed to happen. He's sweating, okay, sweaty ass, like, motherfucker over you, that could be a turn off. Just sweating, like, damn, why the hell you sweating so much? That's bad too, right? But yeah, I think sex can be a wonderful thing. It's not nasty. It's human. It's human. It's not nasty. It's just as human as giving a person a hug. Pressure. That I feel like, yeah, when a man is under pressure in the bedroom, that would definitely fuck shit up, And in his mind, he's always thinking about how am I going to impress her? How am I going to do this right? And if you got that in your mind, that can block the natural flow. You don't want to do that. You shut your body down. You shut your sexual arousal response cycle down because you are too freaking anxious, dude. You have to just not think about it. They say alcohol helps, if you have not just a whole bunch, but a little bit in your system, because it does kind of relax. It puts you in a more relaxed state, and that's the best way to engage. When your body is relaxed, you ain't worried about this and worried about that. Your body is relaxed. things work better on both ends, in a woman's body and in a man's body, when the two are relaxed, you're not afraid, ain't worried about nothing. Sometimes people try to have sex, they got too much shit on their mind. It's like, how can you enjoy sex? You know, you worried about this, you worried about the bills, you got kids. It's like, you know, I feel like you want to be able to have good sex, you know, and nothing should be able to come in the way of that. Nothing. You should be able to have, everybody should be afforded to be able to have good sex. Hell, we don't have those organs down there for nothing. You know, you should be able to have good sex and be able to choose who you want to do that with. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's been great when he pulled out that thing and it's a turtleneck. Mrs. Circumcision, I be looking scared. For real. Uncircumcised, like, I don't know. They say uncircumcised penis, though. I heard they say it's just as good as circumcised penis, but I don't know. That's bad, though. I don't think women like that too much. Uncircumcised, you know, women I think prefer, because I think a lot of men, that's like traditional, right? Like a traditional penis is circumcised. You know, when you see a penis that got all that skin on, you got to pull it back and all of that. You like, what is this? You know, the skin is more than the dang on penis. It can be really confusing. But I think it's crazy. Men end up uncircumcised as men because their mom ain't get them circumcised. And then, unfortunately, I think, you know, from what I'm learning, what I heard, is that a lot of hospitals, they don't do that. That's like an extra procedure. So that's not like a part of the normal. It's not normal anymore. It's like you have to elect for it. You know, you have to ask for it. And then I think you pay extra too, from what I hear. Like if people are low income, Medicaid, which usually covers, sorry about that, y'all, but Medicaid, which usually covers the cost of the delivery and the woman's hospital bills, does not cover that. You know, it doesn't cover circumcision, so you have to go back and get that done, pay out of pocket or whatever, find some other way to pay for it. It's a religion-based, Christian-based. Yeah, I know. All right, y'all. It's been great talking to you guys. Please share this video and get other people to chime in. I will, if you guys want me to come back and do a part 2, I will be more than happy to do one. Let's see how long I've been talking for. Oh, wow. I've been talking for an hour. Yes, I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for chiming in. Thank you guys for listening. And like I said, if you want me to do a part 2, I'll be more than willing to do a part 2. Just thumbs up this video and share it. And I'll catch you guys later. And we should be able to live freely. Thumbs up for being able to live freely. Oh my gosh. Thumbs up for being, I keep getting text messages. Thumbs up for being able to live freely and happily. And of course, do everything smart and safe. Play it safe, of course, safety first. But we're adults. We're all adults. Nobody can stop you from that. It's not illegal to have sex. So while it's still legal, just go out there and have fun, you guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot of friends that probably thinking the same thing we thinking. That's the thing. People be thinking the same thing, but just be scared to be real. All right, I'm going to let y'all go, but thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.